Planet 9 shock. Did the ancient Sumerians know of Planet 9? And is it actually the mystery Planet X, or Nibiru, Nemesis, Wormwood, the Goblin, or whatever? Planet 9 is believed to exist somewhere on the far fringes of our solar system, orbiting the Sun every 10 to 20,000 years. But were the ancient Sumerians aware of Planet 9 under the name Nibiru or Planet X? This is by Sebastian Ketley on Express UK, today's article. Well, they obviously knew a lot more than we know about what's out there. Planet 9 is yet to be discovered, but astronomers at the the California Institute of Technology are convinced it is real, and it's just a matter of time before they actually have evidence of it. It's so far out that it's very faint, and that's why they can't see it. They will be going to Hawaii to look for it through the Very Large Telescope, and they have hopes that they will find it that way. Caltech professor Michael Brown proposed a hypothetical planet beyond the Kuiper asteroid belt was affecting the orbits of many Kuiper objects, and though no direct observations of the planet have been made up to now, the Planet 9 theory quickly caught the attention of the scientific community. But the Planet 9 story also caught the attention of conspiracy theorists who believe this elusive planet, this mystery world, could be the wayward Planet X, Planet 10, Nibiru of the Sumerians. Planet Nibiru, also known as Planet X or Wormwood, is a rogue planet or planetary system. It's orbiting the Sun every 3,600 years. Some conspiracy theorists believe that ancient Sumerians traced Nibiru's path across the skies and left behind clues of the existence of this planet. Even wilder and widely debunked theories suggest that Nibiru is also home to a sentient and technologically advanced alien extraterrestrial civilization known as the Anunnaki. In other words, a lot of people also call them Nephilim, the fallen angels of the Old Testament, and the fallen angels of the Book of Enoch. When the Planet 9 theory was announced 4 years ago, is parallel records of instantly drawing between the two worlds, Planet X and Planet 9. So they're very common, they're very familiar, they're relative to each other. Both Planet 9 and Nibiru, Planet X, are said to follow an elliptical orbit, and there are no recorded sightings of the planet. Not yet, anyway. But where Planet 9, quote-unquote, mathematically checks out, according to the space agency NASA, Nibiru is widely discredited as an online hoax. Professor Brown himself has addressed that Nibiru conspiracy on live radio, dismissing any claims that Sumerians knew of Planet 9 in any shape, way, or form. Speaking to Coast AM, and the astronomer said, "It's funny, even every time I discover something new in the outer solar system, that's always the big question. Oh, it must be this Nibiru thing that was predicted." Now, it's not only the Sumerians that knew about it. I have to put my comment in here. We also read about this in the past videos. The ancient high priests of Egypt had told the Athenian lawmaker Solon, who told and gave the records to the philosopher, ancient Greek philosopher Plato, the ancient Egyptian high priests made reference to a planetary system which orbits our sun and comes very close to the Earth every few thousand years, and that it has done this many times in the past, has created cataclysms, tsunamis, tremendous earthquakes, tremendous volcanic eruptions, even tilted the Earth 90 degrees, not 90, I would say 180 degrees, making the sun, instead of rising from the east and setting in the west, actually rising in the west, setting in the east. Also, the stars in the sky changing positions, which of course would happen because of the tilt of the Earth being changed 180 degrees, and so on. And he says this will happen again many times in the future. So the ancients definitely knew about this. Let's remember that the ancients did have very advanced technology, as we're finding out now from all these locations, everywhere from Egypt all the way down to Machu Picchu. They had advanced technology. Even the temple of Abydos, Egypt, the temple of Seth in Abydos, Egypt, has hieroglyphs of spacecraft and aircraft. That's because obviously they had the knowledge of air flight. Now we thought that the ancients were just about, what can we say, a little bit more than monkeys climbing trees. That's not so. They seem to have been much more advanced than we are right now. So yes, they must have known concerning constellations, concerning the planets of our solar system and perhaps even other solar systems. And let's remember putting the cherry on the cake, the Antikythera device of ancient Greece. It was an astrolabe that was counting, timing the constellations. Why would they need to count and time the constellation, 12 constellations of the sky? Unless, of course, they were using it as some kind of a timer or a compass, or perhaps a way of getting there. I don't know what to say, but it's a strange contraption to have unless you are an interstellar traveler of some kind. So yes, they had advanced technology, and also you have to be aware that the Antikythera device that was found in 1901 in a sunken ship outside of the island of Antikythera in the Aegean Sea in Greece had a geocentric system. It was not a solar-centric system. It was a geocentric system. So all these planets and constellations were going around the Earth as being the center of our planetary system. Of course, you can do that using anything as being the planetary system, the center of it. You can use it being the center, my chair being the center of the planetary system, and devise a way of timing and creating the paths of various celestial bodies around my chair, or the moon for that matter. But anyway, I just wanted you to know that Antikythera had a geocentric system. Now, according to Professor Brown, these two planets would have formed around the same time until the gravity of Saturn or Jupiter ejected Planet 9 from our solar system. And what about Nibiru? The world's leading scientists agree that there is no such rogue planet lurking in the depths of space. NASA scientist Dr. Dave Morrison said, "The simplest thing to say is there is no credible evidence whatsoever for the existence of Nibiru." Of course, he said this many years ago, way before Caltech found the perturbations of the outer planets, the heating of the outer planets, and the tilting of our sun 6 degrees. So he made that statement way before all this came to light. So he said, the simplest thing to say here is there's no credible evidence whatsoever for the existence of Nibiru. Well, he may have to take those words back. He said, there are no pictures, there's no tracking, there's no astronomical observations. In fact, the origin of the name is a little weird. Nibiru is a minor god in the Babylonian pantheon, probably associated with Jupiter. There's no record ever they ever thought of it as a planet, he said. Well, time will tell. In a few years, perhaps we will have evidence that it's out there. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.